Hey everybody, this is the Titanic Gamer Dude here. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Mother Cognitive Dissonance on hard mode and semi-blind. Until chapter 4, that is. I know what to do for chapter 4, but when I get to chapter 4 it's going to be blind. Which that'll make the whole game interesting. So glad for this mechanic. Just weaker enemies just die when they touch you. So glad. Oh, there go the neighbors. The neighbors are home. But yeah, we're supposed to go up to a hill, and our PP's looking pretty good. We have enough lake water anyway. Yeah, we're supposed to go up to a hill with that house with that rock covering it. We're supposed to go up there. And when we do, this little UFO comes and says, "Hey, I got here as soon as I could with the item you needed." What? Clown shoes? No, this is a patented buzz and crowd buster. You didn't order one? I need to make a bit more cash so I can call somebody to tow away a meteor that landed in front of someone's cave. That won't pay me if I fail. They won't pay me if I fail the delivery here. So now Alinivar took the crowd buster. That's actually what we need to progress to get to the second area of the first chapter. I've got something else for you too. It's really important that you take these. This one got sent by this crazy alien. He said it was vital to some kind of mumbo jumbo while aligning your strength with the special places called points of power. I don't understand it yet. Just take this thing, okay? We'll meet again sometime. Yay, the Unity Star. It's kind of like the Sound Stone in Earthbound, I think. So yeah, now we can go down here, and we're actually supposed to like disperse a crowd that's blocking our way to get to Satane and the old Satane. Yeah, those are the two areas, and we also got to go to a building that's gonna have the boss of chapter 1. There's 2 points of power in chapter 1, and I don't want to spoil what the bosses are, but you know, put it on normal mode. I think they're gonna be a lot more different. So yeah, these are still like Mr. Sickos. The upgraded version of them are Mr. Psychos, and they're coming up in the first point of power. I think these are like UFOs. I think, but apparently we're too high of a level now. There are these blue creatures that are going to be coming up in a little bit, and they're pretty, yeah, we can come in here if there's a UFO, and not really interesting. We're just going to take the record otherworldly foe. Yep, bye. So yeah, there's that blue yellow thing I was talking about, and yeah, here I am talking about this, and I still haven't finished the whole plot synopsis of Mother 1. So I'm just going to shoot it. Forceful jab to disperse it quicker. Hypnosis. Oh wow. So like, after you collect all the melodies, you gotta go to the mountain, and you actually fight Gigu, and he's actually like invincible. You can't really hurt him, and you need Anna and Nintendo to yeah, I'll just bust the crowd now. But you need Anna and Nintendo to like heal your group and cast shield on yourself, because he's hitting you with inexplicable type of psi that just does a lot of damage. Like it does like 80 damage a pop, and like at that point in the game you should be like in the mid 30s or high 30s, and the max HP you're gonna have at that point in the game is like around 300 with Nintendo. So you have to cast like a psi shield to have the damage, and you have to constantly heal, and he's gonna attack you for like 12 turns while he's talking to you. And then after the dialogue ends, he says you can go perish along with the rest of the ugly Earth people, because he offers Nintendo a chance to he offers him a chance to be spared if he comes along with him, which implies that he just wanted companionship. And Nintendo says, "No, I like it here." Why am I going that way? That was stupid. There's actually an item up here that is very, very useful for Colonel Saturn, and I highly recommend any player to get it. Yep, the obligatory shotgun. Alinivar takes it immediately. Now this weapon, it increases his strength by think 5, that's 5, that's 8, 9, 10. I think that's 4. Yeah, but, he can't attack twice, but as a trade-off for that, it hits all enemies. There's a chance it'll miss some enemies, though. Doesn't matter. Does good damage, and, yeah, coming here, these things are, like, really hard to avoid. So, I'm just going to, yeah, cast Life Up Alpha, and, yeah. Apparently, I'm too high of a level. Alright. Wait a minute. Let me see. Can you drop anything for us? Apparently, the Ninja Bloom's, stew is inside. What type of stew is it? No, eat this. What's the point then? But yeah, the first point of power, yeah, these Mr. Saturns are not Mr. Sickos, they're Mr. Psychos. I think they're beefed up versions of Mr. Sickos. Ooh, there's one. They are weak to numbness. Yeah, see, it's numb. Let me see it. Yeah, it's numb. So now we can just forceful jab it, and then, yeah. Ooh, it just died. Okay. They give you 60 XP and they drop $10, which that's pretty good. Ooh, we have $262. That's pretty good at this point in the game. So Fuzzy Frog was inside. Good. Alinivar takes it. So you come up here, and this is where you fight the first point of power boss. But you can actually come up here, and there's a frog that'll teleport you to the other side of the field where our house is at, and it's an easy way to get back to Australia, so you can go heal yourself and stuff. But I'm gonna take this guy on right now. I might be underleveled, I might not be, but we'll just see, you know. This is, you finally got here. This is the first point of power, but it's mine now. Take it if you dare. So the Robo Bear, as I recall, considering how difficult the Mr. statues were, I'm assuming this guy's going to be harder. Mutant Robo Bear. So let's see how difficult you are. I'm just going to shoot. Forceful jab on the Robo Bear. Gunfire. Gunfire. The Colonel Saturn with the shotgun is useful for this fight. It just hits all the enemies. PK Fire Alpha. Oh, he didn't have that before. Ouch. That did a good chunk of damage. Alright, we're doing good chunks of damage though, so we're not to be slept on either. Alright, doing... Ooh! Please move quick enough, Alinivar. Please move quick enough. Ugh, thank goodness. Alright. I'm just gonna heal him because I don't want to take the chance of Colonel Saturn just dying. Rip and tear. Oh goodness, this guy does a lot of damage. Can I slow him down? Yep, it worked. So his combat gauge is slowed. Oh man. Alright. Let me just heal Colonel Saturn. Just attack him. Uh-oh. Gonna have to cut it here though in a little bit. Alright. Let me just cut it here while it's early. Alright, I'm back. So yeah, we're fighting the Robo Bear. Definitely want to keep Alinivar alive. This guy does good damage. But yeah, the only way to really hurt Gigu is by singing to him the 8 melodies, because he still feels guilty about having to betray Maria and having to technically, in his eyes, you know, kill her, and you keep singing it to him, and yeah, he gets emotionally traumatized and he gets guilted. It's a guilt trip. And then after that, he retreats from Earth, and this game happens. So, yep. Wow, this thing cooler than Victory Day. I'm assuming is referring to the Rock War too. So it glowing says Alinivar saw just for a second an enormous spaceship blasting off. The strange object spoke directly into Colonel Saturn's mind. I see. Great battle ahead. Bigger than the Rock War. Zoom. I am happy to be a part of such an important undertaking. I'm in till the end. Alinivar absorbed the power of the misplaced tree trunk. Colonel Saturn discovered Psi. Colonel Saturn discovered the power of Psi Quicken Alpha. Colonel Saturn discovered the power of Psi Attack Up Alphas. Colonel Saturn discovered the power of Fourth D-Slip. Fourth D-Slip is very similar to its function in the first Mother game, or Earthbound Beginnings, in which it lets you escape random encounters 100% of the time. But in that game, it's really cheap, and for a good reason. That's because the game is really freaking hard. In this game, it costs 20 PP. Yeah, and this game also isn't made by me. It's made by Toby Fox. So, I'm going to have to put in the description. This is strictly for entertainment purposes. I do not own this game or the music or anything in it. This is strictly for just entertainment purposes only. Might as well see. I think one of these Mr. Saturns drop a bow. Or they can anymore. Ooh, there's two Mr. Psychos. Yeah, thankfully after you complete a point of power, you get fully healed, which is good. So that means we can immediately just go to the second part of the game. Well, the second part of Chapter 1 anyway. Which saves time, actually. We can go to Satane. There go these things. We can just destroy these things really fast. Yep, pretty much. Stew. Can we throw this stew away? Nah. Oh, apparently it heals Alinivar. Barely. Okay, that works. How much lake water do we have? Wow, we have 12 lake water. We're fine on lake water. Let's check our stats. Okay, Alinivar's good. See, Colonel Saturn is going to be doing work. Because one of the biggest differences between Alinivar and Colonel Saturn is Colonel Saturn has higher speed, just higher stats overall. And his strength is significantly higher. You know, because Alinivar is supposed to be balanced. His stats aren't supposed to be too ridiculous, but his stats aren't supposed to be like super good. And then Colonel Saturn is just like, yeah, I'm just gonna hit the gym and I'm just gonna come out buff and on roids. So it says North, Australia, Cavalry, Satane. Yeah, the Robo Bear was actually more challenging. So, yeah, here's the Mr. Baddies, clearly. Or Bat Zerker swooped in. Alright, let me just shoot them. Yeah, this game has a really good soundtrack, Grip and Tear. Oh, I only did like 8 damage. Okay, I got a little worried there. So yeah, those enemies are just pretty pitiful, but they do drop 28 bucks, which that's a lot at this point. So there's a mook here, and he's going to say, hey, hold it, right? There's only 2 places to go from here, and neither of them are pretty. The swamp that used to be Satane is overrun by awful fungus from something powerful. But Satane itself is under El Medin's control. If you turned around, I wouldn't blame you. It's what I'm doing. Stay safe, right? So that guy gives you a warning. But, yeah. I like the soundtrack in this game. It's like remix versions of music from Earthbound 0, and Mother 3. So this UFO won't attack you, by the way. But before I go to the bottom, I'm going to go get the obligatory item out of the way. And these mooks will attack you, and there's actually a law here in which like you have to put bows away or they'll attack you. And this is a lesser mook. As I recall, he can cast hypnosis on you, he can cast freeze on you, he can I think the senior ones can diamondize you with glare, which is pretty dang evil at this point in the game. And yeah, just shoot the lesser mook. Just tentacle slap, yeah. Lesser mook shouldn't really give you too much of an issue. Yeah, 10 XP, 10 money. So here's actually an N you can just use it to rest. This garbage can actually has a grouchy mook in it, and this guy has really high defense. And he casts PK Freeze Alpha, and yeah, like when I mean high defense, I mean like high defense, but yeah. So the best way to dispatch of him would be just PK Freeze Alpha. Yeah, he can use a flamethrower on you too. The flamethrower does good damage to you. This guy is just bad news. So yeah, Mr. Colonel Saturn's Doing also does good damage to him. So you definitely want to dispatch of him those two ways. Yeah, there's a bag there, a metal bag. Thankfully though, the grouchy mooks can only really jump after you, and it's choreographed. So yeah. So usually Dr. Saturn runs this place. He got kicked out. Say, you look like, yeah, between the two of us, I hate what's happened. With the population of this town nearly cut in half, it's impossible to function normally. The problem is, El Madden doesn't care. Do you need medical help? It's on the house this time. Oh yes. Psst. You really want to help? Take this thing down to the fence in the southeast area end of town and go pay old Don a visit yourself. So we got a bludgeoning goat, and we can use this to get to the southeast part of town, and yeah. It says bows and the ribbons are strictly prohibited in the town of Saturn. You can actually go in here, but no one's here. So yeah. So we just come here and ready? Yep, break the fence. And now we can just progress. No one's in there. It just talks about like a demolition thing. You have two grouchy mooks, but you can avoid them easily. Let's climb up this rope. Yep, a good old grouchy mook. You want to avoid those guys too, because they can get pretty dangerous. So yeah, there's a save frog here. So yeah, I'll actually take this time to save. Yeah, file 3. Yep, give my regards to the next frog you meet. Still have like 52 save frogs in case things go south. So we're actually supposed to go up, and you can go up and you can fight El Madon without going to the second point of power, but I'm not gonna do that. And we get a Mr. Scrunchy. So Mr. Scrunchy decreases our defense by 6, but increases our speed a lot, increases our IQ a lot, and Mr. Scrunchy is pretty good. But I want the metal bow because defense is really important. So yeah, if anybody liked this part, comment, like, favorite, subscribe, and I will see you all later. You all take care now.